Welcome back, everyone. Today we're going to talk about feeding corals, and my test subject today is going to be this really nice Bowerbanki colony. I can actually speak. Now, there's a lot of debate about feeding corals and the benefits of feeding corals, and there's obviously some corals that don't need to be fed, such as green star polyps, and other corals that have to be fed, such as non-photosynthetic, such as your dendrophilia and some of your gorgonians. Most corals, however, fall somewhere in between. They do derive some nutrition from light. They are photosynthetic. They do have the zooxanthellae algae in their tissue, but the debate centers over whether they get all of their nutrition or even are capable of getting all of their nutrition through this means, or do they need meaty foods in order to supplement mostly amino acids and things that they're just not getting from photosynthesis. So if we watch what happens here, we start spraying a little food on the Bowerbanki. We're going to notice a pretty strong feeding reaction here pretty quick. This is one of those corals that just really likes to eat. One of the other nice things about feeding corals is it's one of the few times that we really truly get to interact with the corals in a positive manner. And yeah, sometimes we have to move them around or clean them or deal with various pest issues. But feeding them is really the only time, especially direct feeding them, is the only time that we're really having a super positive interaction with the corals. We're giving them something they want, which is food. And as you can see here, you can already see the tentacles starting to extend. You get this very positive reaction from the coral. And so, personally, this is why I feed my corals. I like this interaction. I like to see the reaction from the corals when I give them food. As to the benefit to the coral, multiple studies have shown that they do appear to grow faster if they are fed on a regular basis. Now, what you feed also seems to be kind of important. For example, I feed a combination of reef-roids, reef chili, and a mix of frozen foods such as Rod's Original, Mice's Shrimp, and copepods. Sorry. Totally blanked out there for a second. The frozen copepods. This seems to get a really good reaction from a wide range of different corals and seems to get really good results for me anyways. I hope you find this video somewhat interesting. If you have comments about your experiences either feeding or not feeding corals, or have you tried both? Have you tried raising a specific species of coral without feeding it at all, versus then you tried raising it while you were feeding it? What was the difference you noticed? Was there any difference that you noticed? I would really like to hear from you down in the comments. Anyways, as always, thanks for watching. Just looked over there. You can really see the reaction from the Bowerbanki now. You can see all those tentacles coming out. You can see how it's just changing its shape so it can grab that food and start pulling it down into its mouth. It's just really kind of a fun thing to watch. And this will actually go on for some time. In fact, the tentacles normally will stay at least somewhat extended for up to a couple hours after feeding. And I suspect that's because there's little small particles of food that are floating around in the water still that I can't really see, but it can detect them, so it's trying to grab those little particles because it wants to eat as much as possible. To be honest, this coral is kind of a pig. It actually eats quite a lot. But anyways, that's it for this video, and thanks for watching.